it's late, and you said you'd go to sleep after you finish this one last task, but you got a little distracted and you ended up here with me. Don't worry, I get distracted too, but right now, together, we're gonna finish our last task of the night. Then after that, we're going to sleep, okay? My last task of the night isn't anything super serious. It's just editing up some film photos that I took last month that I'm probably gonna post on Threads a little later. Now, as I said, I'm just going over some of these. I have this random photo of a light, and I remember I took this in the car when I was trying to get the photos back. Actually, I don't know if there's anything in this, so first thing I do is normally bring up the shadows and the exposure just to see if there's anything here. There's nothing on here. So next one, I do see something, but I don't know what that is. That's absolutely nothing. I really don't know what that is. This is lovely. Definitely will be including this in the dump. This is Big Sur for sure. I don't really know how I'm gonna edit it. Sometimes I just like move the sliders around and kind of get something that I think I would like. Upping the contrast a bit, lowering the highlights so I could get a bit more of that water. See how the haze looks. I kind of like that. Actually, I like the way the contrast looks. I do wish it was brighter there, so I'm gonna just mask it. Yep. There we go. Just raise the shadows a bit. If I'm exposing something like this, I always raise the shadows first and then raise the exposure, because normally if I raise the shadows, it looks like this, okay? Pretty even, pretty natural looking. If I raise the exposure, look, it raises the white points first. When you raise things like this from the shadows first, it makes everything look a bit more natural and more authentic. I'm gonna lower the highlights again, gonna add that contrast back, and I feel like that looks really, really good. I do feel like there's a hot spot right around here. So what I'm gonna do is add another mask and just brush this over. I'm okay with these, but I'm gonna brush this one over, and I am gonna lower the highlights a bit. Nice. And lower the exposure a skosh. There we go. And I think that looks a bit more natural. It draws your eye line this way automatically, just because of the way that the focus point is. It's right around this area. So I'm gonna leave it like this for the forest. I am gonna play around with the ocean a little bit, and I'm gonna do that through a linear. I'm using a linear gradient because the sun is already exposing the top down. So I feel like it just looks a bit more true to the picture. I also try not to edit my film photos too much, but sometimes I can't help it. Lightroom is honestly kind of fun. This is how I get distracted. So what's my first move here? Let's add contrast. Okay, that doesn't do much. Sometimes I just start sliding it around. I know I didn't want to do that. I don't know why I touched that. And you can also see, we were talking about exposure, right? You can also see how random and uneven this is. Like, I always go for, you see how the shadows, see that gradual change? It's just so much more true to image. I just think that looks so much better. I do want to put the highlights a bit over here. I'm gonna add a little bit of black. See how that looks. Nope. Beautiful. Honestly, yeah, the ocean was good. Yeah, not much happened there. I'm gonna delete that, and I'm gonna leave this as is. I think this looks really, really good. Yeah, I think this looks good. I don't want to edit it too much. I'm gonna 5-star it. Move on. Ooh, this is pretty. I don't know where this is. I'm assuming it's in the bay because of the photo before it, but I'm not entirely sure. I think so though. I'm just gonna rotate this, transform, rotate, And now I can see, oh, that's so lovely. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here. Sometimes like I randomly like take photos of like bugs, or you could see like a bee or something. There's nothing in here, but that's okay. I think this just looks lovely the way it is. I think I'm gonna hit auto and see what they think. Okay, nice. Oh, for this I used Ultramax, very classic roll of film. I think what's in my camera right now is Daylight by Mr. Negative. I've had it for a very long time and I just haven't gotten around to using it, so it's in my stock right now. Hopefully that comes out well. Anyways, so kind of see what we've got here. More flowers, is very springy, love it. A 5-star this. And okay, I'm also going to bring down the highlights. I would bring down the exposure a skosh, just a little. I do want to add some saturation to this, just a little bit of that as well. I think that looks great. Yeah, that looks really nice, really just spring. Okay, another, I'm not sure how I got these in the same place. Maybe, I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna just shut up. I really don't know. I know from here most of these photos were taken in the bay. I don't know where. This looks like Big Sur, but the flowers didn't look like Big Sur, but I don't know. Anyways, this is also really, really pretty. I'm gonna hit auto, see what it thinks. Okay, I low-key do want to fix the water in this one. Not too much though. So what I'm gonna do is hit this brush again, and I'm gonna just select all of this, turn down the highlights a bit, increase the saturation, see what that gives us. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna put it right around here. Lower the whites a little. Okay, let's see what this does. No, it's also not a smooth mask. I should probably fix that. But let me get where I want to be first. I was gonna add some texture. I feel like that makes it look a little better. Let's dehaze it a skosh. Okay, wait. It's so interesting how the dehaze tool can expose so much. Even when I shoot on my Sony, when I hit that dehaze, I could see all the dust on the lens. I can see everything. So that's when I get to erasing little pixels. But for this one, you can see all the little grain from the film, and I think it's honestly so lovely because for these kind of, like, I know it's taken on film, but it has this like softer texture, and I think it's also the lighting is so even just because it's outdoors that it makes it look less film-like in the sense that there's grain and there's residue. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, just adding the trees to the mask at this point. I think that doesn't look too bad. Oh, looks great. Maybe a little more light. I think it's a little too dark. Turn the slider a bit. There we go. Oh, that looks great. Yeah, it's giving ocean. Another photo, I don't know where this is. This might be Golden Gate Park. Gonna rotate it. And let's see any adjustments I want to make. I'm gonna hit auto, see what it thinks. I don't think this is too bad, honestly. I'm gonna straighten it out. I don't think that's even. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Debating if I want to fix some of these hot spots. I think I'm gonna leave it alone. I might add some saturation. Let's see how this is gonna go. It might get crazy because there's already so much texture. It might not be able to differentiate between the two. Nope, looks good. Okay, I'll just turn the saturation up and turn my hues a bit more to the left. Not that much. You see that change? Yeah, so a little bit more this way. Love how that looks. That's really nice. Another nice park moment. 5-star that. It's easy for me to know what to export when I 5-star my photos. I know some people who do their culling in the library, use the assistant culling feature, use Aftershot, things like that. I normally do my culling in Finder. I know that's a little crazy, but it's kind of easier to do it there, and I just like rate the photos, or I do it in the film strip and then I just 5-star them. And honestly, it's kind of easier to do it in the film strip because when I'm shooting, I try to 5-star my photos in my downtime. I don't shoot a lot though, so maybe that's a little telling, but when I do shoot, I like to 5-star my photos in the downtime, so when I upload them into Lightroom, I already kind of know what I'm looking for. Very, very helpful. Anyways, this is a really good photo. I like this a lot. It's so whimsical. I'm not going to change this at all, honestly. I think it's great. Yeah, I'm trying to like edit my film photos less and make it look exactly how it is. Do I think that's working? Maybe a little. This is beautiful as well. Yeah, because if I dehaze this, it's gonna start looking crazy, but let's see. Because sometimes the dehaze, the dehaze leans blue significantly. It brings out blues very, very quickly. So I don't want it to start looking too insane. Like, see? Just a mega saturation slider, but I think this looks a little better. Yeah, I brought some of this up. I like that. Yeah, I could get with that. Sure, that's great. I think that's beautiful. The base is so lovely. Anyways, this is the same photo, so I'm gonna just leave it alone. Nice before and after though, for sure. Wow, looks great. Oh my goodness. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. We talked about this, the shadows first, right? Is anything changing? No. Exposure? No. Contrast? Daytona? Oh, arcade photos, yeah. I do remember when I took these. As you can see, there's nothing here. Yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to light my film photos. I'm still working on the metering and things. I need to shoot film a little more often because it's really fun and I enjoy it a lot. It's very easy to shoot film during the day. It's not as easy to shoot it when it's dark. I think that looks really cool, low-key. That. I don't know if I'm gonna post it, but I think it looks cool. This Daytona sign, I was really obsessed with it that day. Wow. Let's do it this way. Let's raise the highlights. There's nothing in the shadows. I'm gonna dehaze it a bit. I'm gonna bring the blacks down. And I've got this. Let's rotate it. Probably not gonna post it. There's nothing here, but I think it looks a little cool. Absolutely nothing there. Yeah, I need to work on that stat. Okay, this one's obvious, pretty easy peasy pie. That's left. Yeah, that's cute. I like how that looks. Hit auto, see what it thinks. These little skosh more. Okay, this is Highland Park. We walked around over there that day. And I happened to have my film camera with me, so I just took a couple shots. Let's see. Maybe when I start getting tired and I don't know what buttons are anymore. A stationery store. This is cute. Might not post, but it looks cute. That looks super cute. 5-star that. Auto. Debating cropping. Maybe a little. I love a good crop, guys. Sorry. I think that looks so cute. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know. Transform. Cute. that juice, people. That juice was so good. Oh my goodness. I don't know what this is. Island purple. It's cute. Rotate. Nice. I like this a lot, actually. This is really cute. Forest. Not sure if you'll be able to see anything, but yeah, that's the forest. It's kind of hard because of where the sun's coming in. Yeah, didn't get much data. I love this photo so much. So, this photo I remember taking so vividly in Big Sur, right? The sun was just coming up, and I took this photo on everything I had. I took this photo on my phone, took it on the film cam, and took it on my Sony, because it just looks so beautiful. Just lovely, lovely, lovely place, lovely time. Yeah, so pretty. This one isn't as focused as this one is, but just a beautiful time. Let's see what it thinks. Ooh, I kind of like it. I think having this green undertone really says that it's film, and it makes it look a little bit different from my phone photos or the camera photos. Since it was more true two-tone, my camera photos had a lot of black in it, and it really, really dialed in on it. But I think this just puts everything into perspective. I like it a lot. Honestly, I'm not gonna post this one. This one looks a little bit more closely aligned to the camera photos and the photos I actually ended up saving from my camera. Here it is. Yeah, but it's not focused. I kind of don't like that. I don't know what the focus point is, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is also a pretty photo too. Set this to 5. Yeah, that's lovely. It looks kind of dreamy. So I'm gonna select my rated photos. 16 out of 26 is pretty good. I'm gonna export these, and now I'm done with my task of the night, and now I'm going to sleep. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I hope you finished your task. See you later. Bye.